guys, welcome to Learn with Anisha. I am Anisha Zabin, and today we are going to start another new amazing chapter, which is three questions. So let's get started. The thought came to a certain king that he could never fail if he knew three things. The three things were: what is the right time to begin something, which people should listen to, what is the most important thing for him to do. So, a certain king was there who want to know three questions, the answer of three questions, okay? And if he knew the answer of the three questions, then he could never fail. He thought like that. So the three questions were: what is the right time for to begin something which people should listen to, and what is the most important thing for him to do. So the king therefore sent messengers throughout his kingdom, promising a large sum of money to anyone who could answer these three questions. So then the king, therefore, he want to get the answer, right? He was looking for the answer. So the king, he sent his messengers throughout his kingdom, and he promised if the citizen of the his kingdom could answer the three questions, he could then give a large sum of money. Okay. Then many wise men came to the king, but they all answered his question differently. So, as he promised a large sum of money, so many wise men came to the king and they answered their question differently. So, let's see what they answered. In reply to the first question, so what was the first question? What is the right time to begin something? So, in for the answer they told that the king should prepare a timetable. The king should prepare a timetable and then follow it very strictly. And then they told that only in this way he could do everything in its proper time. So then others told that it was impossible to decide in advance the right time for doing something. The king should notice all that was going on, avoid foolish pleasures, and always do whatever seemed necessary at that time. Then some people told that it is not possible for a person to know the exact time for exact action. So they told that he should not waste his time unnecessarily. He should prepare, he should avoid foolish pleasures. He shouldn't be doing unnecessary things. He should do only necessary things at that time. So yet others say that the king needed a council of wise men who could help him act at the proper time. This was because one man could find it impossible to decide correctly without help from others, the right time for every action. Then some other people told that he should appoint a council of wise men. Council means a group of person, not one person, but a group of many persons. Then a many person who will advise the king which was the correct time for doing the correct action. So then the people told that it was impossible to decide correctly which was the right time for each action. But then others said that there were some things that could be urgent. These things could not wait for the decision of the council. In order to decide the right time for doing something, it is necessary to look into the future, and only magicians could do that. The king therefore would have to go to the magicians. So first told that he should appoint a council of wise men. Yeah, he should appoint a council of wise men. Then others told him he should appoint a magician, because some things are very urgent, right? So it should we cannot wait for a decision of the council. So in order to do the right time for doing something, we should have to look to the future, and that only magicians could do that. So he should appoint a magician. In their answer the second question, so what was the second question? The second question was that which people should he listen to? So in the answer of the second question, some said that counselors, he should listen to the counselor. Some said priest, some said what some said Some said counselors, some said priests, some said doctors, and some said soldiers. So the answer is second question. They said counselors, priests, doctors, and soldiers. So counselors were the members of the council. We have learned about the council, right? So the members of the council were named as counselors. So they told like that, very differently they told. The third question, what was the third question? What is the most important thing for him to do? So in the answer of the third question, some said science, some said fighting, and some said religious worship. So some said science, and some said fighting because he was a king, so fighting was important for him, right? As the answer to his questions were so different, the king was not satisfied and gave no reward. Instead, he decided to seek the advice of a certain hermit who was widely known for his wisdom. So, as the king's questions were, the answers of the king's questions were very different. So the king wasn't satisfied, and he gave no reward. So then he thought of seeking the advice of the hermit. So hermit is a person who lives alone and lives a simple life. So hermit is a person who lives a simple life and lives very alone. Okay, so he was widely known for his wisdom. The hermit was widely known for his wisdom. Okay, the hermit lived in a wood which he never left. He saw no one but simple people, so the king put on ordinary clothes before he reached the hermit's hut. The king left his horse with his bodyguard and went on alone. So, the hermit, he lived in the wood which he never left. Wood means a small forest. So, like forest, only woods are, you know, described. So, he lives in a wood which he never left. He was a simple person who wears ordinary clothes. So, the king also put ordinary clothes, and he was going alone. Put he did not get any bodyguard or any soldier. So as the king came near the hermit's hut, he saw the hermit digging the ground in front of his hut. So I just told that he was going alone. So why he was going alone? He was going alone because the hermit thinks that he is a simple man and the king is a very reach higher standard. So this was somewhat the hermit and this was the king. So they two were both very different, right? So that's why the king also put ordinary clothes and just uh, you know disguised itself to be a ordinary man. So the when he came to the king when he came to the hermit's hut, then you know the he saw that the hermit was digging. First the hermit saw the king, he greeted the king and he continued to dig. As the hermit was very old and weak, he when he worked he was breathing very heavily. So this was the king and this was the hermit. H for hermit and K for king. Okay. So the king went up the hermit and said, I have come to you, wise hermit, to ask you to answer three questions. How can I learn to do the right thing at the right time? Who are the people I need most? And what are the affairs? And what affairs are the most important? So affairs means things, things, matters, or business. Okay. So the king repeated his question to the hermit, and then he told that I have came to you, wise hermit, for seeking some answers. So he told the answers. That he told the questions, not the answers. Okay, I'm so sorry. I just told answers. So he told the answers. I'm sorry. The questions. Okay. The hermit listened to the king but did not speak. He went on digging. You are tired, said the king. Let me take the spade and work in your place. So this is the spade. So then the hermit, he listened to the king and then he did not speak anything but he went on digging. Then the king told that let me work in your place. You must be tired. So then the hermit thanked the king and then he sat on the ground. Then the king he dug two beds. Beds मतलब small patches of ground for plants. मतलब ये ground है समझ लो तो दो गड्ढा type. This is the ground, so these two are beds. Okay, beds, not the beds which you sleep. Okay, so he dug the two beds and then he repeated his question, but the hermit he didn't give any answer. But he stood up and stretched his hands for and he asked the spade. Then he told them, "Now you rest, let me work there." But the king he did not give the spade and he continued to dig. Then 1 hour passed, then another. The sun also went behind the trees, and then the king he stuck the spade. This is the ground and this is the spade. So he stuck the spade and then he told that I have came to you wise men for an answer to my question. I will not I will I'm so sorry. If you can give me no answer, tell me so and I will return home. Here comes someone running, said the hermit. Then the king he told that I have came to you wise man for some answers. If you don't know, then please tell me. I'll go home. Then the hermit told, "Here's comes someone running." Second, second paragraph. This is somewhat the twist. Okay. So then the king, as the hermit told, "Here's someone is running." Comes someone. So the king he turned round and he saw a beard man. The beard man was running towards him. So the beard man, his hands were pressed against his stomach from which blood was flowing. Then when he reached the king, he fainted and he fell to the ground. Fainted means lost unconscious, means he was not in conscious mind. मतलब you know faint हो जाना. So the king and the hermit he removed the man's clothing and he found out that in his stomach a big wound was there. Okay. So the king he washed and then he covered with his handkerchief, but the blood was not stopped. The blood was flowing out. So the king redressed it, and he redressed until the blood stopped. Redress means dressed again, means he was covering his handkerchief into the blood. So the man he felt better by redressing and he told he want something to drink. That the king he brought fresh water and he gave it to the beard man. So by the time the sun had also set and the air was very cool, it was night time. So the king, with the hermit's help, he carried the wounded man to the hut, and then the man closed his eyes and he lay quiet, means he slept. And the king was too tired by doing this work. He first digging. He was first digging, right? And then he was redressing the wound of the beard man. So he was very, you know, he was very he was very tired. So he also slept on the ground. So when he awoke, it was several minutes before he could remember where he was and or who the strange beard man lying on the bed was. So then when he woke up at the morning, he seemed to forget everything. Then he remembered then again that who where he was and who the beard man was, and then the beard man was asking to forgive him. So he told that, "Forgive me," said the beard man in a weak voice. When he saw the king was awake, so when the beard man saw the king was awake, the beard man told that, "Forgive me." Then the king told that, "Why I do not know you, and I you have not done anything, so I cannot forgive you, right? What is the reason?" So he told. Then the beard man told that, "You do not know me, but I know you very well." Then he told that, "I am an enemy of yours," and he also told that he wanted revenge from him. So, why he wanted revenge from him? Because the king, he put his brother to death and also seized his property. So seized means took by force. So seized his property. Then he told that he knew, the beard man, he knew that was he knew that he had gone alone to see. So he knew that the king had gone alone to see the hermit, and he just made him just तय कर लिया कि to kill the king alone when he was coming to home. Okay, he was coming to his home, but the day also passed, and the king didn't return. So he left the hiding place, and he um, you know went to the palace. But bodyguard the bodyguard of the king recognized him, and he wounded him. So but the beard man escaped, and um, if the king haven't dressed his wound, he could have died. Then he told, I wish to kill you, and you have saved my life. Now, if I leave, I will serve you as your most faithful servant and will order my sons to do the same. Forgive me. Then he told that if I'll be alive, I'll be your most faithful servant, and I'll allow my sons to also do the same. And then he asked forgiveness. Faithful means loyal and true. Like the dogs are so loyal, so that he will become also the faithful servant. Then the king was very happy, and then he was happy because he made peace with his enemy so easily, and his won his heart as a friend. So he only didn't forgive him, but he also sent his servants to own a doctor to look after him as he was wounded. The beard man was wounded, and he also promised to give the man his property. So, leaving the wounded man, the king went out of the hut and looked around for the hermit. Then he left the wounded man, and then he looked for the hermit. So he saw that the hermit was sewing the seats, the king bed, dug the bed. So he was sewing the seats in the beds on the ground. So the king again told that, I beg you, I want the answer of my questions, wise man. So then the beard man told that you have already been answered. Not beard man, the hermit told. Sorry, I just told beard man. So the hermit, he told that you have already been answered. So then the king looked confused, and then he told her, how I have been answered. What do you mean? Then he told her, do you not see? Replied the hermit. Then he told her, did you not see? If you had not pitied my weakness yesterday and had not dug these beds for me, you could have gone away. Then he told that if you didn't, dug my beds, then you could have gone to the palace, right? Then the man could have attacked you. So then you have wished to stay there, right? The man will attack the king. Then the king will wish to stay there, और बोलेगा ये काश क्यों मैं उस hermit के पास क्यों नहीं रहा. So he will think like that's right. So then he told that the most important time was when you were digging the bed. So there the most important time was when he was digging the bed. Okay. So then the most important man. Who was the most important man? The most important man was the hermit. I was the most important man. And what was the most important business? So the to to do me good was your most important business. So मेरे साथ अच्छा करना तुम्हारा सबसे important business था. Then फिर उन्होंने बोला कि afterwards when the man ran towards the most important time when you were caring for him. तो जब वो man आया ran, then the most important time was when you were caring for him. You were caring for him, and then um, because if you had not dressed his wound, he could have died without having made peace with you. So, अगर तुमने उसका केयर नहीं किया होता तो he could have died, and he will not make peace with you. He will not befriend um, with you, with the king. Okay. So then the most important man was the beard man, the wounded man, and the and what you did was the and what you did for him was the most important business. So what you did, you have cared for the man. So the most important business was what you did. Then he told that, remember, then there is only one time that is important, that is now. So the time, the most important time was now. So the most important time is now, and the most important person is the person with you. So the most important person is the person with you, the person which is with you, along with you. And the most important business is to be good to that person. Okay, I'll just read out the paragraph. This is very important. This is very important. So the most necessary person is the person you are with a particular moment, for no one knows what will happen in the future and whether we will meet anyone else. So the most important person is a person you are with the in the particular time. So because if you don't think that he's important, you will not meet him in the future. You might not meet him to the future, and so the most important business is to be good to that person. Okay, to that person. Then he told that because we were sent a world for that purpose alone. So to be good to the person with which was with you is the main important task for because it was the particular reason for to come to the world for that purpose only. So it is written by Leo Tolstoy. Okay, so only the question answers are left. Okay, I'll give the question answers very soon. So tab tak, bye bye, and stay home, stay safe, and stay hygiene.